Heyo, how's it going everybody? Hopefully anyone out there who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, my name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing myself a video game on the old internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Fate Grand Order. We're finally getting back on track with the main storyline in quotations, because technically I shouldn't really need to be playing these sections of the game, but at a certain point the developers decided that these parts of the game were important and now you have to be playing them because. So that's what we're doing. We went through Tunguska, and so now we are going on to the second interlude, Traum. Traum. Is it a Smaug type of deal? I'm not sure, but whatever the case, that is what we are going to be doing tonight. Feeling a little tired today, but it's fine. It's all good. There's nothing to worry about on that front. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of preamble, honestly, that I feel I need to go into before this stream, because yeah, I mean, not a whole lot's going on. I will say, okay, I do think that we might be reaching the end of Spiritfarer's tenure as our weekday game. I'm just saying, like, it's I'm starting to feel the game drag a little bit for me. So we might try something a little bit different here soon enough. So you know, be on the lookout for that. Again, the reason we were playing it was because I wanted to get a little bit of a teaser, an appetizer for the developer's new game that's going to be coming out this year that I do want to play at Fate's End. So we've gotten the vibe check. The thing is, though, is that, like, at Fate's End, this developer, Thunder Lotus, they make games that are very different from one another. They're in, like, different genres. None of them really have the same, like, feel or you know, are like fit the mold alongside each other. So, you know, again, while I can sort of get an idea for the design philosophy of the developer, as for, like, one game being an indication of what another game that they make is going to be like, that's just not how they operate. So, I think Spiritfarer has done what it needed to do. I think this next week we'll go ahead, we'll give it its last couple streams, and then we'll probably pick up the week after the new weekday stream. So be on the lookout for that. How's it going, Lee? Hope you're good tonight. I hope you've had yourself a good week. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope all is groovy on your end of things. I hope you have a good Traum. I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect. I mean, since we're playing FGO, and as we know, playing FGO on my system now is torture. You know, there's a baseline level of ugh that comes with streaming FGO, but it be what it be. I just gotta thug it out until hopefully until Lepton eventually makes its way out. Traum means dreams and daydreaming in German, by the way. Interesting, because isn't like the poster child for it Charlemagne? And Charlemagne, the king of the king of the Franks? I can't remember. I thought he had something to do with France, but maybe I'm misremembering my my European history there, which is crazy because all we learned about in school in the American education system is American history and European history. So, at least it's mostly story. Oh, I mean, you could say that about FGO in general, that it's mostly story. Yeah, FGO is 97% story and then 3% actual battles. So, man, Charlemagne, and yes, he was king of the Franks. Is that a German thing? I'm gonna assume that it is. So okay, very nice, very nice. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh, and by the way, I think I figured out what it is. Like the reason why my custom OBS docs, my browser docs disappeared. It's apparently because I think my desktop environment, KDE Plasma, has completely switched over from X11 to Wayland. And what are these things called again? What is Wayland? Communication protocol. Yeah, it's a display server. What is it? What is X11? Blah blah blah. X11 is a windowing system. Okay. Yeah. So I think KDE Plasma is completely switched over to Wayland, but OBS browser docs operate off of X11. So since my desktop environment no longer supports the display protocol that OBS docs or custom browser docs require, that's why they're not showing up anymore. So unfortunately, I'm kind of screwed until I'm kind of shit out of luck until OBS decides to either implement browser docs being able to function on Wayland, or yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. The OBS devs just have to make it so that browser docs can work with Wayland. That's all I can hope for. Either that or just completely switch desktop environments, which I do not feel like doing. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. At least my browser sources still work. Because if my browser sources weren't working anymore, that would be annoying as fuck. But if it's just browser docs, then it's just like, I can work around that. It's annoying, but I can make it work. So, it's another instance of it is what it is. Anywho. This Charlemagne, by the way, if you don't know, it's the fantasy Charlemagne, the one from the exaggerated stories. There's an actual history version of Charlemagne's servant, but he isn't in FGO yet. Interesting. So you're telling me the pretty anime boy version of Charlemagne is not the real historical Charlemagne? Next thing you're gonna tell me is that the femboy Astolfo is not the actual historical Astolfo. What? That would be insane. That would be nuts. Don't come into my house with that kind of speech, with that kind of talk. I will not tolerate it. No. No, sir. Charlemagne ruler, if you want to see how he looks, they don't look remotely the same. What? You're kidding. No. I refuse. I refuse this madness that you spew at me. That my pretty anime boy does not look like the actual Charlemagne. They have to be one-to-one. FGO taught me world history. Are you telling me that I'm screwed? No, I refuse. I refuse to believe this. Anyway, let's go ahead and get fuck-ass Waydroid up and running. It still saddens me so much that the libhoudini devs just decided to screw all of us over so badly like this. Why did they implement that fuck-ass time bomb inside of the coding for their shit? So dumb. What purpose did it serve? Who is being served by no longer being able to run games on Waydroid the way you were able to previously. Idiots. The actual historical Charlemagne ruler has a mecha castle that shoots lasers? Really? See? I always knew. They all had them. There was no way that they didn't. Come on. We all know the main tenets of medieval history. Moats, castles, plagues, lasers. It's as simple as that. Oh boy. Are we hold on. Are we also gonna be doing are we gonna be doing this now too? Dude, I hope Brad has event bonus in Traum because I never get to use Brad. I feel like the times when I need me a Lancer, an AoE Lancer, are few and far between. So come on, man. Give my thick booty queen some event bonus here. Okay. Caldia Summer Adventure. Oh, I've done that one already. That's all good. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Go ahead. Grab these fools. That, and that. Okay. Flex even more, he makes a cross in the sky with laser to indicate how much he's a believer. You mean like in Evangelion? Nice. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead, kill the BGM here. Okay, hold. Let me see, Show my cursor. Okay, you can see my cursor now. Look at that. Ooh, oh, but it doesn't. It disappears when it gets too big. All right. Actually, I don't know. I just wanted to test that out. Let me take it away now, because I feel like it's kind of annoying if you can see it. All right, there we go. And Altera. There we go. Cool beans. They had a timeline button just so you can see how many stories there are left. A timeline button? What does that mean? Timeline button. Alright, well, very cool, very nice. Okay, yes, give me all of it. Roadmap, I meant? Alright, so, oh. Huh, interesting. More entries will be added to the roadmap in future updates. Very interesting. Okay, so Chapter 2, Part 2, Chapter 6.5. Having conquered the British Lost Belt and NFF HQ, Chaldea detects a massive singularity with an immeasurable humanity foundation value. It is a world split into 3 realms, each with its own king, where servants are ceaselessly summoned to battle each other, almost like a episode of Fate's Stay Night. What's going on, Demir? Hope you've been well. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope all is groovy on your end of things. We are just starting FGO. We are about to dive into Traum, the new cool kid on the block. Except it's not the new cool kid on the block. This thing has been around for years at this point. I'm just finally getting to it because I'm a fuck ass FGO player that can't get through a Lost Belt in less than a year. So, welcome in. Been playing some Horizon Zero Dawn. I started that game a while back and I didn't get sucked in immediately. It seems fine. But like, I'll admit, I only played like up to the point where Aloy, like, you get to control adult Aloy now. And I recognize that is not a very long while into the game, but still, man, I don't know, man. I'm like, I think as I get older, just AAA games, I'm just like, yeah. But, you know, it seems like a very competently made game, and I know that people like it, so, you know, maybe at some point I'll get back to it. But yeah, there's just other games that I've found a lot more interesting to sink my teeth into since then. But hey, if you're enjoying it, that is good. That's what it's all about. All right, Realm of the Thanatos Impulse. Let's go. It is time. Prologue, or a study of the perfect human. Ah, yes. Thoughts on what constitutes a perfect human? I mean, okay, but that's kind of vague, isn't it? For a start, we'd have to agree on a definition for perfect before we could even discuss this. An excellent point. Then allow me to take the first crack at it. A perfect human is one who makes no mistakes. Let us set aside matters like overcoming hardships and making the impossible possible. We may then define a perfect person simply as one who makes no errors in judgment. Okay, works for me. Even the most amazing geniuses or superhumans inevitably make errors in judgment. In fact, you could argue that the mark of a skilled, intelligent human being is their ability to resolve matters in spite of any oversights or mistakes they may make. But that wouldn't be perfect. Perfection is when you don't have any mistakes to make up for in the first place. Even if a person is average in every other regard, if their decisions are always correct, their actions, and by extension the person who performed them, would be perfect. So by that definition, that would make someone who never overlooks anything a perfect human. But the moment they do overlook something, however small, they are no longer perfect. Is that what you mean, Shion? Yes, that sounds right. It is a shame that a single careless mistake is all it takes to knock someone off the pedestal of perfection. However, were we to use your definition, Da Vinci, we would face a paradox. If a problem can be overlooked by a so-called perfect human, then that problem is more perfect than the human. Assuming it's equal to the task of deceiving a perfect human who never makes a wrong decision anyway. Oh, but in that case, maybe it's a situation where it only seems like someone made a mistake, but in reality, they simply chose to overlook the problem. I'm enjoying it, but there are two problems. First is bad camera angles when I'm looking up because the camera goes into the grass. Nice. Second, there's some unfair moments. Ooh. Well, other than that, it's good. Hey, again, that's what it's all about. As long as you're enjoying it, then that makes it the perfect game, since we're philosophizing about perfection here. Hey, what's up, Vic? Hope you're good tonight as well. Hope your weekend has been treating you right so far. Oh, God. Oh, boy. In other words, a case where the perfect human deliberately overlooked the problem in order to be perfect. The problem in this case shouldn't be solved at all. In that case, overlooking the problem would be the correct choice, the perfect choice for our purposes. What's up, Patat? Hope you're also good as well. Appreciate you stopping in. But at that point, I guess we're just arguing semantics, huh? Are you done with the side chatter? The Stormboarder will be leaving the Arctic Circle soon. You two aren't just passengers. You're our technical and special advisors. It's your duty to make regular status reports, even if they don't have much new. Whoops, my bad. You are right, Captain. We did, in fact, originally come to give you a report. Then allow me to explain Novum Chaldea's current situation and our next steps. Good week, doing okay tonight, just chilling. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like. We like time to be able to just sit back, relax, chill, enjoy ourselves. That's what it's all about. It has been several days since the British Lost Belt vanished. We've successfully brokered peace with the immature beast clan Skya. However, immediately following this, we were attacked by the foreign god and lost our temporary base in the Wandering Sea. Did we? I don't remember that happening. Fortunately, all of Novum Chaldea's staff managed to escape to the storm border. We struck back at Foreign God, that is, you, Olga Marie, with the same gravitational destruction she used on the Wandering Sea, confusing her long enough to... Well, I would like to believe that her not coming after us means our plan was successful. Unfortunately, she is so far beyond what we would consider normal that it is impossible to be certain. At any rate, both Spiritron Calculation Engine Trismegistus II and Near Future Observation Lens Sheba have been brought aboard the Storm Border. It now serves as Chaldea's flying base of operations. That is the situation in which we now find ourselves. Now that we have escaped you, Olga Marie, we are currently using Trismegistus the Second's prognostications to move between different safe zones. Despite encountering our share of difficulties at our various stops, we continue our flight even as we speak. That was some of the most word salad I've heard in a hot second. Yep, we've been crisscrossing the Eurasian continent east and west. Of course, we occasionally touch down to convert the few remaining buildings into Spiritrons and stock up on resources. We ended up hiding out in the Arctic Circle for a pretty long time. Unsurprisingly, it was freezing there. I can't say I cared for that. I'm not built for cold. You don't say! You don't say, Captain! You, who's gotta be 70 pounds soaking wet, aren't built for the cold? Who'da thunk it? Oops, I had a feeling you might have been freezing there. Sorry about that, Captain. I hope you can forgive us. You can give us a break on that. Trismegistus II suggested it was the safest place to lay low. I know, and it worked. Since the foreign god hasn't attacked us here. But things changed yesterday, right, Captain? We're just about done weaponizing the essence of the sacred sword we obtained in the British Lost Belt. All that's left now is to simulate a few necessary tests. So, Commander Gordolf, our administrative advisor Holmes, me as the technical advisor, and the rest of Chaldea's staff have all agreed it's time to leave the Arctic behind. Our next destination is the Foreign God's base, South America. That's where we'll have our final showdown. At long last, we're passing through North America to the final Lost Belt. Yep, I just gotta look at the Sacred Sword's armament's official name too. The whole Nemo series thinks it's great, myself included. Right? It's admittedly a little hyperbolic, but that's just part of its charm. Oh boy. Anomaly detected. Anomaly detected. Errors in Trismegistus II's prognostications and Sheba's near-future observations recorded. New undocumented obstacle in Novum Chaldea's plan to defeat the foreign god detected. Steep decline in proper human history's verification levels on this bleached Earth confirmed. Future threatening interference with the past confirmed. All Chaldea staff prepare for ray shift sequence. Sheba's observations indicate this massive singularity may be the single greatest direct attack on human history. Nani? The biggest one in history, you say? Oh no. Fucking Knuckles. Oh no. Oh my god, it's even loading shit slow now too. God damn it, man. My only friend is the coffin maker. Let's go. Section 1, unknown record. Let's do it. Yum. Wow, why is it Jesus Christ. Again, just the loading is shit now. How's it getting worse? How's it actually getting worse? I really like Trom's map. Place is neat to look at. I did see it when I was making my thumbnail. Whole lot of colors in it. That's based. Thinking out loud. Blank can't understand blank. Are they alive? Are they dead? Are they standing? Sitting? I think the tomato is sitting, boss. I'm standing. Look, this is sitting, this is standing. Do they care for anything? Wish for anything? Pray for anything? They understand nothing. They know neither suffering nor joy. They have no concerns, but also no relief. Only hunches and chills tell them the end is coming. And so they die out here, miserably, meaninglessly. But something buried inside them kept them alive for just a little longer. So please, try to remain human as you should, till the very end. Turn not to prayer, but to song. It is all blank can do. What the fuck, blank? Ooh. Thinking out loud. Yes, that's right. I must be a traitor. I've betrayed both proper human history and sincerity. It must be my incompetence, or maybe it's how capable I am. At last, the day my sins, my evil deeds, and my duties all come to an end shall arrive. Here, beneath Reichenbach Falls. Wait, Reichenbach Falls. Isn't that where Sherlock Holmes died? Ugh. So here is what you need to know about this massive singularity. The era is somewhat unstable, but we do know that it is sometime after AD 1700, within a margin of at least 100 years. The location is presently unclear as well, but based on the vegetation we have discovered, we can rule out the Far East, Africa, and Europe. Our best guess is that we're somewhere in America. The magical energy levels are not as high as in the Age of Gods, but we are seeing tremendous fluctuations in the readings. The magical energy ripples are so numerous that it is like observing a pond on a rainy day. Frankly, it leaves me thinking of anti-army noble phantasms might be popping off like fireworks in this singularity. And then there is its foundation of humanity rating, error. Error? Not the EX rank that signifies non-standard values? Correct. It does not even register as non-standard. It's like nothing we've ever seen. Generally speaking, the smallest of the minute singularities are rated at E-. Any lower than that, and they wouldn't qualify as singularities. Alright, I always fumble with trying to find Gordy's voice straight out of the box, so let's see how I do tonight. Maybe it's just a bug in the system. I hope so. Either way, I will continue to monitor both the rating and the singularity as the situation develops. But the point stands that at the moment, we have many questions and precious few answers. Then we're essentially in the dark, which means we won't know more until we go there. I hate to just fly by the seat of our pants, but I don't see that we have a choice. Fortunately, Holmes is one of the servants best qualified for this particular race shift, so that does have to be where Sherlock Holmes died, Reichenbach Falls. Once you get there, I am sure you will be able to get to the heart of the mystery in no time, right, Holmes? It's quite a responsibility, but you may rest assured that I am up to the task. Uncovering the truth is the very essence of a detective's calling. Glad to have our Baritsu on board. Ha 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 ha, how very welcoming of you. That's all you have to say about the singularity, yeah? Then I'll take it from here. You'll have one other servant accompanying you on this mission, though I'm sorry to say it won't be MASH. No! Right. I'm afraid the Ortonax is still undergoing maintenance. We don't need the fucking Ortonax anymore! We have good MASH back! Fuck the Ortonax, man! In my capacity as technical advisor, I really can't allow her to race shift until maintenance is finished. I'm not surprised. All those arduous battles in the Fairy Britain and Tunguska could easily have thrown her spirit origin a bit off kilter. I guess Foo's not coming along this time either. God damn, no one's coming with me, I guess. The good news is we're planning to race shift MASH over there once the Ortonax's maintenance is done. As for your other companion this time around... What? Vlad? Really? Okay, sure. Alright, I haven't needed to do voice for Vlad in a good long while. Vlad and Holmes. What an odd matchup. The three states of being. I guess you could say that. I guess I'm just gonna go with a Dracula voice, or specifically like the Count from Sesame Street. You needn't continue dragging this out. It is I, Count Vlad. Indeed, this is a weighty responsibility, but I shall do my utmost to discharge my duty. There are a number of other servants besides Count Vlad who are a match for this race shift, but we can only send 3 in total. Since we are going to send MASH later, that leaves us able to send only 2 for now. What about Astolfo? What about Brad? Am I a joke to you people? Since Holmes was already a lock for one position, that left only 1 slot for the last servant. I was chosen after a peaceful discussion. Peaceful in this instance means only a bare minimum of blood spilled. Sounds like they decided to win it by fighting to the death. Master, I know this singularity is full of mysteries, but I urge you not to lose sight of our ultimate objective. Becoming emotionally invested in our enemies can lead to lapses in judgment if we are not clear. I don't know if this is Transylvanian or Russian, but I'm just kind of rolling with it, man. I mean, really, what is the difference? Because I'm trying to think of like a stereotypical, Count Dracula type voice, and it's literally like, like, blah, blah, I want to suck your blood. But I suppose there is a little point in telling you that now. You are our master, do what you wish. I will remain on standby in my spirit form. Call me if you need anything. So goofy. I, for one, feel better already. As a matter of fact, we will also be race shifting one more very special guest. You said only 3 servants. I did, yes. But the presence of another master will give us a much wider range of options. Excuse me? What you talking about, Shion? Shion, does that mean... Kadok? Director? Director?
Right, I should have seen this coming. No, I'm not going. I'm still the commander, in case you've forgotten.
I think we could make that work if we wanted, but let us set that possibility aside for now. This is the second master who will be joining you. Like a Romanian vampire? Yes. The Transylvanian Russian vampire from Sesame Street is speaking. Yes. Wait, is that Kadok? He looks like Timu Alucard. It is Kadok. Look at him. Look at him. He's facing us. He's finally able to face us head on. Holy shit. I don't even remember what voice I used for him. I feel like I gave him a voice that was sort of like edgy Aaron Dismuke or something like that. Like, yeah, Kadok, Semlupus, master of Team A, reporting for duty. Maybe I'll just make him sound like Nemo if he went through puberty or something.
Kadok, but you're one of the cryptors.
Yeah, I actually know that. But my lost belt is long gone. And I obviously can't escape to Olympus anymore either. Surrender is pretty much my only choice here. Not that I expect you to trust me just because of that.
Hell no, we won't!
That's okay. I'll just have to prove you can through my actions.
What's with that collar?
Huh. Nothing's getting by you, huh? Go on, Shion. Tell him.
Sure thing. That is an Atlas Institute produced mage killer collar. Yep, that's what I figured. We will be monitoring Kadok during this mission. If he tries anything funny, the collar will activate and completely destroy his magical circuits. Of course, anything funny includes trying to remove the collar himself. We do not want to kill him. But if he tries to use the collar to intentionally destroy his magical circuits, dead is what he'll be. Oh, and be careful when using Magecraft too, since any unauthorized spells could trigger the collar as well.
Damn, you guys are brutal. But fine, I can deal.
Kadok.
Yeah?
It's good to have you on the I knew we were gonna say that. Good to have you on the team, senpai. I have another senpai. Look at that. Wait a second. Yeah, how come we didn't take Paisen? What the hell, man?
Yeah, okay. First piece of free advice. Mages shouldn't be so quick to offer someone a hand. Our hands convey a ton of information. You're a master too. You should know how important the hand with your command spell is.
He's such a typical mage that he's making me remember I'm actually a mage too.
Relly might be a great master, but he was never really trained as a mage. So I hope you'll keep giving him tips as time permits, Kadok.
I will.
Paisen is busy with her husband. They spent too much time together. Man. When do I get to spend time with Paisen?
What about his serious light, Miss Shion?
I was unable to remove it, but please keep that to yourself for now.
Understood. If the foreign god could activate the Sirius lights remotely, she would surely have done so long ago. There is little to gain by letting ourselves become overly concerned.
Yes, good point. And since the Sirius light is still technically a command spell, the collar should suppress it before it can activate.
Granted, we would prefer to avoid testing that theory if at all possible.
Okay, Shion, that's it from me. Anything else before we send them on their way? Yes, just one last thing. We were able to extract some key words pertaining to the singularity from a hieroglyphic prediction. Not a problem. Revolt. Eyelid. Eyelid.
The heck's that mean?
I like the way I said that because it reminded me of that one clip from the TED TV show, which I haven't seen. Apparently people really like it now, but I've seen one clip of it when when Ted is going to school with baby Mark Wahlberg, and he's making fun of the fact that the school is just full of white kids, and baby Mark Wahlberg's like, I don't know, man, we live in a Boston suburb. Oh, but last year we had an Indian kid. Ted's like, oh yeah? And then baby Mark Wahlberg's like, yeah, but they got him. And then Ted's like, what does that mean? It's like, I really liked him too. It's like, what do you mean they got him? It's like, he used to share his Dunkaroos. Good guy. And then they never explain what they meant. It's such a good little moment, and I love the way that Seth MacFarlane delivers that line. He's like, oh, but last year we had an Indian kid. Oh yeah? Yeah, but they got him.
What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean?
So I just like that, the way I read that line reminds me of that.
The heck's that mean?
I am afraid I have no idea either. All we can say for certain at this point is that we absolutely cannot afford to overlook anything in this singularity, and that it is on the same scale as the 7 singularities. I know this might feel like a setback now that we're finally about to take a crack at the 7th Lost Belt, but it's just like Shion said. We'll dispose of this massive singularity no matter what. Prepare to race shift.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aw, shucky ducky.
All right. How long is this one going to take to load? Oh. Realm of the Thanatos Impulse. Life and death of an illusion. No matter the time, place, or prevailing ideology, there is no venture more difficult to succeed in than war. I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Death comes regardless of race, gender, or age. The talented, the hardworking, and the lucky all die with shocking ease. Wise men wonder while strong men die. When living beings die, they become lumps of inanimate meat, but servants don't even get that much. People die when they're killed. When they die, they vanish without a trace, as if they had never existed at all. Death. Its coming is so mundane, it's enough to drive one crazy. Both heroes who saved their nation and anti-heroes who have harmed countless people are dying for reasons unknown, as though it were completely natural. War never changes. It doesn't matter how much the times change or how far civilization advances. The final stage of negotiations is two sides killing each other. They have but one goal: rebellion. Not against a king, a god, or even the world, but against proper human history itself.
Uh-huh. Don't say, you don't say.
Oh my. The hell's going on here? Hello?
Do you understand why you've been called here? This castle was an unbearable place for the summoned servants seasoned by battle. Any ordinary person setting foot inside it would be driven insane by its blood-red glamour and pitch-black madness. That madness was personified in the beautiful woman who stood before them. No, Lady Crimehild? Crimehild? Kriemhild. I'm gonna go with Kriemhild. No, Lady Kriemhild. I can't think of anything that would... Oh.
I think I've seen art of this girl. Yep, yes I have. Her name was Kriemhild, the queen from the Nibelungenlied, who swore revenge for her husband Siegfried's murder. Kriemhild, Siegfried. So she's also German, right? Am I gonna have to try and do a German accent now? Surprisingly, I haven't really done German accents so far when playing this game. How do you even do a German accent? I actually don't really know how to do a German accent. Like a German speaking English accent. I mean, like maybe like that one German guy that spoke English in Inglourious Basterds. Like everyone in the German army has heard of Hugo Stieglitz. Her VA is JP Paimon. Is it? That's interesting. So Kriemhild is Databayo. Desertion is the face of the enemy. That's not German at all. I don't know if I can do a German act. I'm just gonna I'll just do like my generic sort of like uppity looking down upon the woman voice that I do. Desertion is in the face of the enemy. Allowing an enemy to escape. Disrupting the battlefield as part of a relentless pursuit. Speak. I retreated because Ryder disrupted the battlefield. If I had stayed, I would very likely have died. That wasn't an enemy, it was just a child. A tactical error on my part, and one for which I apologize profusely. I see. I guess I'm gonna put a little bit of British on her too. You have to hear her battle voice lines. Sometimes she's scratching mirrors with the screams. Damn. If we had held out, the city still would have fallen. But my men wouldn't have died needlessly. The penalty is death. Archer, there are no children on the battlefield. Even if there were, they would be servants. If even that escapes your understanding, then you shall die as well. As for you, Ryder... But why? You pretended to be contrite, hoping to save your life, because you know what I am like. I have no need for one so shrewd and self-serving. Curse you! You're just a woman driven mad by revenge! Ooh, that was pretty cool. They actually put a 3D model in there to do that. Do you think that is a revelation to me? My, once again you've made quite a bloody mess. Is cleaning up messes not your job, Zhang Jui?
Indeed it is, or rather it's my puppet's job. Go on then, get to work.
Oh no, we gotta deal with puppets in this Lost Belt. Oh man, I know it's not a Lost Belt, but I don't give a shit.
How go things on the front line?
A deadlock. Still, his talent for defense is almost maddening.
Well, he is a renowned hero for a reason. Oops, my apologies.
I think her more famous anime VA jobs were Kaguya from Kaguya-sama and Komi from Komi Can't Communicate. Yeah, I feel like, I do think I knew that. I think I knew that, JP Paimon had voiced, Kaguya. How fare things on your end?
I've been mustering up my Taipingjing and my knowledge of puppet soldiers to the best of my ability. but it's still going to take some time.
You may have all the time and money you need. Just be sure you succeed. Fail, and I will have no choice but to cut your head off too.
Oh, then I better give it everything I've got, hadn't I?
Well, no matter. What about new servants?
It seems some new ones were just summoned not too long ago. I believe most of this batch went over to the opposing factions.
And what about the righteous realm? Has it moved?
No, it still hasn't budged. The only activity we've seen from his subordinates is scouting maneuvers.
I see. He must be waiting to swoop in after the dust settles and claim the spoils for himself.
They aren't so weak that we could overrun them all once, but we can't ignore them either. It's a most vexing position to be in.
And in consequence, we find ourselves in this deadlock. Infuriating.
Indeed it is.
Have the assassins continue to keep an eye on them?
Yes, my lady. And one more thing. Your zodiac star was twinkling earlier.
Zodiac star?
What? Bro, you can't just be spying on a woman's zodiac star, man. That's very rude.
It means someone who will have a significant impact on this singularity is about to arrive. Namely...
Caldia. I see. So they're coming. They're really coming. What to do? What am I going to do about them? How can I best make them suffer? How can I best make them grieve? In the end, I will behead them, of course. But before that, I must be sure that punishment is truly spectacular. How dare some common mage use us as familiars?
Oh, please calm yourself, my queen. They are still prisoners of war, and our society's rules do technically demand we treat them hospitably.
I never consented to playing by any such rules.
Oh, is this where Trump learned the tricks of his trade? Hey, what's up, Cybic? Hope you're good tonight. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope your weekend has been groovy. Cleared HSR main story quest. Very nice, very nice. Was it everything you dreamed and hoped it would be? Oh, by the way, Cybic, since you're here, I can actually say this to somebody that probably actually knows even more than I do about this whole situation. I figured out why, at least I think I figured out why my OBS docs, browser docs aren't working anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, did KDE Plasma completely switch over to Wayland? Because I believe OBS browser docs require or run on X11, and so if KDE Plasma completely switched over to Wayland, then it would make sense, I guess, why I can't use them anymore. So I guess essentially I would just have to wait for the OBS devs to pick their asses up and allow docs to work on Wayland, I guess. Blacklisted shirt, let's fucking go. Oh yeah. Yep, there it is. I wanna get the Microslop shirt at some point. Maybe I'll get it like next month or something like that. That could make sense. Yeah. That's what I've heard. Or at least that's what I've gathered. So, yeah, guess I have to wait for the OBS to. So, I guess this is sort of like the frustrations of operating on Linux. With Windows, you get frustrated just from Microsoft and their shenanigans. On Linux, you have to deal with a bunch of different teams or individual software developers shenanigans. So, you know, when one team does something, like the KDE Plasma team, then I have to wait for another team, like the OBS team, to match KDE Plasma shenanigans so that all my shit can be working again. Which is annoying, because it's like, It was working before, man. That's like, whatever. Anyway. Know some neat stuff about Kriemhild. She was completely different Bond voice. She has completely different Bond voice lines depending on if you have Siegfried or not in Chaldea. Ah, interesting. But wait, isn't Siegfried? Isn't he Bryn's beau? You could force open the chat docs from Social Stream Ninja. That's what I use to track the chats. Yeah, that's what I'm using. But other things, like for example, my Twitch stream info doc that makes it so that like I can update the stream title or change the game category or initiate an ad or do a bunch of other crap. I can't do that from OBS anymore. I have to actually go to my stream manager in my browser to do that, which is it's kind of annoying. It's fine. I can put up with it, but again, it's just annoying. Fair OBS does all that shit for free. They do, which is pretty crazy. I do plan to like send a donation to OBS at some point, because it is kind of nuts how ubiquitous OBS is. Like all your favorite streamers basically use it. I mean, some might use like Streamlabs, but most of them are just using OBS, and it's free. You don't gotta pay for it. It's kind of nuts, honestly. So yeah, guess I just gotta sit around and wait for OBS to pick its shit up. Anywho, oh, very well. Have the Chaldeans monitored until we know more.
I'm afraid we don't have the scouts to spare.
Then recall some of the assassins we sent to spy on the righteous realm. Have them keep an eye on the Chaldeans for the time being.
Understood.
Are you guys done talking yet? Shalom. I'm surprised to see you out of the torture chamber. Oh my goodness, it's her! Holy crap! She actually shows up in the story. That's crazy. For a sec, I definitely recognized her name, but I didn't put it together that like, yeah, that was her. God damn, she looks good. You're thinking of Sigurd and Brunhilde. Ah, okay. Wait, which one is Siegfried? Which one's Siegfried? Hold on. That's gonna annoy me. Let me just FGO Siegfried. Oh, wait. Is he the he's the dragon guy, right? Let's see. God damn, why is all my shits taking so long? Yes, okay, yeah. No, I know him, and I do have him in my party lineup. So I guess I'll be getting whatever. If you have Siegfried, does she give you nicer Bond lines? Cello. Okay, what is her deal? Okay, where's she from? What is what region does she come from? Because I need to see if I can give her a voice with a little bit more flavor to it, or if I'm just gonna give her like generic lady voice. More Germans? God damn it! I can't do a German accent. Ugh. Torture? I don't know anything about that. I just want heads. That's all. A woman after my own heart. Oh, never mind. Now, what is it? What's Chaldea?
Oh, well, to make a long story short, I would say there
are enemies. Nothing more, nothing less.
So you're going to fight them?
I'm going to kill them.
Oh. Well, if you have any important heads you want to keep, would you let me hold on to them for you?
She literally went, so no head?
I'll consider it.
I doubt I will, though.
Really? That's too bad. Okay, I'm going out for a bit. Want me to pick you up anything? Maybe, some, say, soccer torte? It's really good.
No, thank you.
Okay, bye.
How dare you make the head joke before me?
Are you sure she should be allowed to run about doing as she pleases?
That's the way of life she sought as an anti-hero. There's nothing to be gained from denying her. The important thing is that she's a strong fighter. Let her have her fun.
As you wish.
The preparations for the experiment have been completed, Lord Zhangzhui.
Great, I'll be right there. If you'll excuse me, my queen.
You mean Shalom? She is from Rome? Oh. Oh, she is she? So I could give her an Italian accent?
How irritating.
This is all so irritating.
Chaldia, the king, the emperor. I can't stand any of them. It's all that hero's fault. I might just fall apart if he isn't summoned soon. Come on. Come on. Hurry up, hurry up.
See? Know how to do that? I mean, I could do like the stereotypical Super Mario accent.
That concludes my report, sir.
You look like the most unremarkable thing I have ever seen placed before my eyeballs. Thank you, Lancer. You may go. Or people from Rome?
Yes, yes, sir.
Oh, hey! It's you! It's Madam Pope!
Yet more heroes' lives have been needlessly lost.
Please don't be sad, Your Holiness. As the Pope, you are right to grieve, but that is as far as it should go. I'm gonna give him like a robot voice, because he really is just like such an NPC-looking motherfucker. These heroes are all willing to lay down their lives to bring you victory in this war.
I really don't think I'm worthy of such a great sacrifice.
One cannot determine their own worth. That is for others to decide. May deny yours, despise yourself, or blame yourself for your undeserved fairy tale fortune all you like. But we, your loyal subjects, will continue to love and respect you. Is that such a burden?
Honestly, yes. Yes, it is.
Well, that's a problem then.
Personally, I'd rather die happy and smiling than continue on like this.
I'm sorry, Your Holiness, but we're not about to let you die. We all pledge to keep you alive, and I consider it my sworn duty.
And that right there is exactly why this is such a burden. But fine, whatever. I don't care anymore. Whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. But can I at least ask you one thing, Emperor?
You're the Emperor! Really? Who are you, fucking Augusta? Who's this NPC-ass motherfucking Emperor of Rome here? What is it?
Those atrocities you and the others are committing, are they all to make my desire come true? Or are you putting your lives at risk because you want to do these things?
That's a difficult question. If that really isn't what you want, then I can offer you my own life for what it's worth. As the emperor of a dying empire, I doubt it will be much.
No, you're right. I hate to admit it, but part of me does yearn to see what happens next. No, I must see it. I have to.
Is that the voice of your lord?
I don't know. My lord's messages can at times be complicated. Enough that an insolent like me can't hope to understand them. Then again, it could be that I...
That's enough, your holiness. Only discord and blasphemy lie that way.
Well, that's rude. I'll have you know I understand my place very well, thank you very much.
She's so cute. She's so cute, honestly. What was her name again? No, wait. It's, does it start with a D or an F? It's like, shit. She was Makoto's persona, too, in Persona 5. Florence? I feel like it starts with an F. I'm pretty sure. He was the last Roman emperor who fought for until the end that he got famous for his defenses. Really? God damn it! Joanna! Yeah. I was thinking it was like something like Francesca or like, yeah, Florence, but I also wanted to say like Florencia or something. So I think I knew that it ended with an A, but that was about it. Man. I do have her. Actually. So, does she get an event bonus? And, yeah, I would, I feel like Trump would beef with her too, honestly. Do you? I have my doubts about that.
All right. I'm going to go worship, like I always do.
By all means. Don't wait up for me. I need to discuss strategy with my subordinates.
Fine. Oh, and can I say one last thing?
Oh, what the? Did she just smack his ass?
Try not to do too much evil scheming, okay? It'll ruin your good looks.
Alright, get a room. Jeez, one where God can't see, preferably. Well, I'll be damned. I guess it's no accident Her Holiness was appointed Pope after all. But I'm afraid I'm not done with evil schemes just yet. Oh yeah, these two are a thing. Well, don't worry, final Emperor of Rome. You too will be able to learn the joys of corruption, of the corruption and NTR tags. We are here, Your Imperial Majesty. Good. Let's begin with your report. Yes, my liege. A medium-sized force from the Revenge Realm attacked us 3 hours ago. They attempted to seize the Tower of Trigonio for themselves. Fortunately, the 30 Archer-class servants you had stationed there drove them away by unleashing all of their noble phantasms at once. I see. So it played out just as I expected then. Oh wait, yeah. Hold up, Cybic. Are you still here? There was something that I needed to get clarification on. In regards to Nikke, which may or may not affect the way I'd be able to play it. Yes, my liege. Unfortunately, 10 of our other servants were killed when they tried pursuing the retreating enemy forces. I thought I told them to maintain our defenses, not to give pursuit. You did, my liege. But several Rider, Berserker, and Lancer classes decided to disobey orders. They were clearly trying to steal a march on the enemy, and... So you're one of the servants who violated the chain of command and went off on their own. Forgive me, my liege. If you could do it all over again, I trust you would make a different choice. Yes, my liege. Do you expect mercy? I would like it. Heh. Sorry to scare you. I understand. As a warrior, instinct drives you to take advantage of opportunities for glory in battle. I couldn't ask my soldiers to suppress those instincts any more than I could ask them to stop breathing. I forgive you, and I ask that the rest of you go easy on them as well. This should go without saying, but achieving great things is your top priority, even if that means occasionally disobeying orders.
Yes, my liege.
Very good. Next.
These two are caught fighting.
Man, that's it? They caused a little scuffle in the mess hall? Come on. You know that fighting between servants is forbidden, especially in this realm. I therefore sentence you both to the rear guard during the next battle.
All right, you got your sentence. Now move. I'm the last one.
Oh, I'm surprised to see you here. You've always been such a model soldier. What could one of Alexander the Great's own have done to get in trouble? Well...
Oh. Gah!
Unforgivable. You have done the one thing that is absolutely forbidden in this realm. We will not tolerate proper human history. Only rebellion is permitted here. There can be neither collaboration with nor mercy for the enemy. I thought you understood that when you chose to stand with us.
But we're...
Yes, we are heroes. Beings who struggled against were swallowed up by or outright disappeared into the flow of history. The shackles binding us to protect humanity are gone, and I cannot forgive proper human history, though I admit it is a completely one-sided grudge. Nonetheless, this realm is a home for those who share that view. Something must have gone wrong with you when you were summoned.
You're the ones who've gone wrong.
Perhaps, but I cannot stop now.
With my last breath, I curse Zoidberg!
I'm off to worship. Leave me.
Yes, my liege.
Yeah, sure. Worship.
I'm not wrong. I'm not lost.
Normally her prayers would be for others, not herself. Prayer should be for others, for something larger than oneself. That is how it should be. Through devotion, you prove who you claim to be. But this time, her prayers are for herself. Her sins are not sins. Her atonement is not atonement. And yet, paradoxically, that devotion is the only thing bearing fruit. This sounds like a background track from Sayo no Uta. It is that paradox that brings her suffering she is powerless to stop.
Please grant me salvation.
She murmured her wish under her breath, unsure to whom she should direct it. I'm sorry, I'm late.
Oh no, it's fine. I only just began praying myself.
Is something wrong?
It's nothing. All right, I think I'll pray for you next.
She prays to help shoulder the burden of his sins, even if doing so stains her own hands with blood. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But as sorry as I am, can't think of any other way. I'll admit, doing that robot voice kind of makes me feel like my voice is kind of stuck. I might have to stop it, because it feels awkward going back to trying to do regular voices after that.
That concludes my report. According to the caster's analysis, the other two realms' battle ended in a painful draw.
It's a Stolfo! Let's go! Oh my god. He's finally here. In the flesh. Oh. Wait, is this the first time he's shown up in the main storyline? Or am I thinking of an event where he showed up? He was a main player. I think that was an event. So maybe this is the first time.
Damn, so they didn't get beyond skirmishing. I guess they're still just as wary of us as ever. What do you think, Roland?
Of course they are. Our faction may be the smallest, but our forces are just as strong as theirs. Hey,
even if you guys are the smallest, still got monster cans. If we were to attack them with everything they've got. Okay, for this guy, I'm gonna go with a Johnny Bravo impression. Cause he's just giving me like a smug, arrogant, I'm sexy and I know it kind of vibes. So yeah, I feel like Johnny Bravo would fit that attitude really well.
All right, how I do a Johnny Bravo impression? It's essentially just an Elvis impression, so I guess I'm just gonna go with that. If I were to attack them with everything we've got, we'd walk away from the lion's share. And above all, our realm has none other than Charles the Great. Yeah, who cares about Kriemhild and Constantinos? Charles the Great is the only true emperor.
You hear that, Your Imperial Majesty?
Oh.
Huh? He doos.
Huh? We fear neither the vengeance-crazed queen nor the emperor who failed to protect his nation. So says Charles the Great.
Totally Charlemagne, no doubt about it. I remember him being this short.
Whoa, that's our emperor for you!
Indeed. We will wait until the end before we make our move. A true emperor should never act in haste. Charles also says to sell the assassins to dedicate themselves to their training and to step up their efforts even further.
It shall be done, my liege.
He's definitely not dead.
Either Roland or I will head out next, Your Imperial Majesty.
I see.
Roland, go get them.
Yeah, that's definitely giving me Rose's boyfriend from Full Metal Alchemist vibes.
I'm honored, my liege. I'll leave straight away.
Hey, Roland, don't forget your sanity this time, okay?
That only ever happens to you.
Ahem. So, how's it going?
It wasn't easy, but we survived another day. What a relief. You did great, sir. Are you sure? All I said was indeed, and I see. There is nothing wrong with that. Sometimes even a few brief words can speak volumes. This is true. This is true. It's almost like it's like when my streamer acknowledges like the 2 words that I said in chat one time, and I'm just like, oh my god, I do matter. And frankly, if you were to say more than that, your imperial aura would be somewhat diminished. Is it just me, or are you saying I'm not much like an emperor?
It's just you.
If you say so. But never mind that now. The scouts are getting increasingly nosy. We won't be able to keep this charade up much longer. With the renowned Charles the Great refusing to show himself for so long, people will naturally assume that he's either gravely inured or harboring some awful secret. But if I just pranced on out there, they'd cut you down before you could say hello. Well, that sucks for us. This is no laughing matter.
You think? Because it seems to me like all we need is for something to happen that'll keep them from suspecting the king. Say, for example, a 4th faction showing up.
Nani?
I've got a hunch that things are about to change.
Wait, if Astolfo's in this fucking interlude, then that means I can use a bunch of Astolfo fan art for my thumbnails. Ooh, let's fucking go, baby.
Now's our chance, so we should send lots of scouts to make sure we don't miss it.
Your hunches do seem credible, and his hunches are also very credible. Alright, we'll send out the scouts. Let's add riders and casters to the usual assassins. Our defenses should hold for a while, even if we assign them to other classes. I hope you'll help us too.
You got it!
Wait, it says Astolfo. It didn't actually... I don't think it introduced him. I don't think it named him. Now it just says Astolfo. Hold on. Can I check the log? Dang it. What the hell? Let's see. Yeah, just out of nowhere, it just started listing him as Astolfo, even though no one said his name. How silly. Sir. Yes? I feel this will be a crucial turning point for you. Please try to stay on top of things. Of course, I'll show them exactly what I'm made of. Or my name isn't Charles the Great. You're getting into perilous territory, sir. Remember, if they discover the truth, they'll have your head on a spike. Beep! So you must be both cautious and bold. Is that clear? Indeed. Now then, if a fourth faction is about to get involved, it would have to be them. I wonder what's going to happen. Cast in this story has pretty good synergy. A word? Oh dear. Second. Put my USB cable away. Yeah.
Freaking ow! That's hot! So that's how race shift feels, huh?
No, that one was kind of odd.
Quite right. There was clearly something different about it compared to our usual race shifts. Ah, well. This is my first, so I've got nothing to compare it to. I'll just have to trust you guys to figure out what's wrong.
Master, are you able to contact Caldia?
Of course we can't. What are you talking about? We can never contact them. Oh, well, fuck me, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Yes, Mash here, on comms for Caldia. Are you okay, Master? We noticed there was an odd tremor during your race shift.
We fine. And so are you, baby girl.
That's a relief. Right. I can confirm that you and Kaduk are both unharmed. It looks like Holmes and Vlad made it there as well. According to Sheba's observations, there should be a small town nearby.
Is that where we go first?
As in all matters, we begin by gathering information. We must learn all we can, even if we must take a few risks to do so.
Well, that's the textbook answer. But first, let me ask you something. Can you use suggestions?
Suggestions, you say?
Yes, that answers that. So this entire time you've just been going around running your mouth, knowing the locals will think you're either crazy or dangerous?
Well, at least his mystic code does have some magecraft built in to dispel some of that incongruity.
Whoa, really? I had no idea!
Me neither.
Seems like the kind of thing you probably should have told him about sooner. But whatever. Alright, I'll use charm suggestions on the locals. You think up what you want to ask them.
Can do.
So where exactly are we headed?
The town is due north of you.
Then let us be on our way. It's a shame we don't have any horses.
I'll bring up the rear then. Relly, Kaduk, you two stay in the middle.
Sure. Holmes?
Oh, yes, my apologies. I'll be right there. Funny to just now mention your clothes have a spell that makes people trust you more. This whole time it's been my clothes. I thought all the servants wanted me because of my riz, but no, they just wanted me for my shorts. A clear blue sky that seems endless. A gentle breeze rustling pleasantly over the plain. Everything is quiet and peaceful. It made a horrible feeling of dread take hold and refuse to let go. It was not Kaduk Zemlipus who experienced that feeling, nor was it Relly, or Vlad III, or even Sherlock Holmes. It was the audience! Da Vinci? But despite her misgivings, she still had no choice but to send Relly and his companions to the Singularity. Interesting. I also like it whenever Da Vinci is a bigger presence within the storyline. Da Vinci also one of my faves. It's funny because like way back in the day when she first when they first switched over from MILF Da Vinci to Loli Da Vinci, it took me a little while to warm up to her. I don't know why, but I don't know. I guess it's just like for a little bit I was like, not my Da Vinci. I really like this map. Yeah, it's colorful. It's nice and colorful, and there's lots of interesting details in it as well. All right, still no battles. Good. Oh, the fewer battles, the better. Honestly, before I would have been chomping at the bit for some battles, but now because Waydroid sucks, I pray for no battles every single time. The whole town's been destroyed. And completely deserted as well. This won't do. There's something here that troubles me more than the lack of people. How accurately can you analyze this debris, Mr. Zemlupus? You want me to analyze it? Like measure how old the materials are and stuff? Just so. While I do have some degree of familiarity with the subject, I can only do so much. Certainly nothing compared to analysis that employs complex magecraft. We needn't settle for my amateur attempts since we have a mage with us. Now I see. Not really my specialty, but I can give it a shot. You basically just need me to figure out this stuff's archaeological period, right? Yes, that will do nicely. I suspect that this debris was created through magecraft rather than human hands.
Magecraft?
Well, I say debris, but I mean the entire town. But let's wait for Mr. Zemlupus' analysis before I say more. Is this some kind of joke? Nani? The short version is that Holmes was right. This whole place was made with magecraft. Probably a caster's territory creation or something like it. A normal mage would really struggle with something like this, but a caster could do it pretty easy, I think. This town would seem to be of mid to late European design, but as I suspected, something isn't right. Well, it does appear to be deserted, as Count Vlad said. I can discern no traces of anyone ever having lived here to begin with. The hell are you talking about? Think of it like a movie set. There are faint signs of use, but nothing like the wear and tear one might expect to see over time. I don't know if it was a mage or a servant, but someone built this whole town in an instant. That is my working assumption. I see. That's unusual, but not outside the realm of possibility. Then let me ask you something, detective. Please do. Even if a servant or something similar to one did create this town, what destroyed it? Well, we can certainly rule out wildfires as well as any other natural disaster. What we do see are holes, likely from arrows in the walls, nicks from swords and other blades, and ruts from wagons laden with heavy supplies. A scene we're all too familiar with. Servants fought a battle here.
I thought so. Master, everyone, please be careful. I just picked up some servant signals, and they're headed straight for you. Hold on, getting a total now. They're...
Mash?
This can't be right. Da Vinci? I see it too. This isn't a malfunction or any kind of glitch. Relly, listen to me very carefully. There's an army of servants closing in on you.
Did you say an army?
I did. There are about 100 of them, and they're all servants.
What? Let me be certain I heard you correctly. You're saying these aren't beings that rival servants in power, but actual servants. Is that right?
That's right. I've rechecked the readings several times. Now hurry up and get out of there or hide. No. Now I'm seeing another servant army. It's about the same size as the first. Another one?
It would seem the two armies mean to surround this town.
Please hurry. They'll be there any moment.
Alright, let's hide. Kadok, Master, since neither Count Vlad nor I are assassins, I doubt we'll be able to completely erase our presence. And if we stay together like this, they'll be even more likely to find us. I would like you two to hide somewhere separate. Count Vlad and I will find our own way to get through this. If worse comes to worse, use a command spell. If nothing else, that will allow me to turn the situation around. Got it, okie dokie artichoke. Also, there's something I would like to ask of you. Something Count Vlad and I will be doing ourselves.
What's that?
Pay attention to the servants headed this way. Try to find out what they're thinking and what they're trying to accomplish. What we need right now is information. Every action they take, every word they speak could be invaluable. Okie dokie artichoke. Thank you, Mr. Relly. Then we shall meet again later.
This ought to be far enough. Now let's dig a hole to hide in.
Shall I bring some more rubble? We're gonna make a literal hidey hole?
Good idea. This should be big enough to hide us, but not so much that it looks out of place.
Okie dokie artichoke. Why do we keep saying this?
That should do it. Okay, Relly, get in and stay put. Mouse's hideaway, a cat's shortcut. At times, shallow thinking can trump wisdom. What was that? A camouflage spell. I don't know if it'll work on servants, but it's better than nothing. Wow, that's amazing. You're amazing, senpai. Are you kidding me? It's one of the most basic spells there is. I haven't even been able to cut down my chanting time for it, so it's too slow to use on short notice. But I guess that doesn't matter now. Anyway, it has some soundproofing built in, but keep your voice down anyway.
I heard there's different schools of magecraft.
So what, you want to know more about mine?
If you don't mind.
Why not? Not like it's gonna last much longer. Hell, it's practically dead already. And it's not like telling you about it's gonna change anything. It's anti-beast magecraft. Spells meant for fighting wild beasts. Humanity has always been its own worst enemy, but beasts are a close second. An ordinary person would never beat a wild beast with his bare hands, so it's not really a shock people came up with magecraft to help with that. So you can probably guess how it fell into decline, yeah? Not much need for spells to track or chase animals these days. Plenty of substitutes for that. Of course, these spells can still come in handy against wild beasts, but then there aren't all that many of them out there anymore either. That's what happens to all magecraft eventually, though. Spells change with the times, either becoming crazy strong or so weak they're useless.
Didn't you ever think about giving up being a mage?
What? No, I can't believe you're even asking that. Next piece of free advice. Asking any normal, halfway decent mage that question is a fast way to die. You're basically telling them, your whole life is pointless. Why don't you just die already?
I didn't mean to.
Not much I can do to you right now. Not with this collar. Sorry, that was uncalled for. I should probably work on how snippy I get. One of these days. Anyway, look, we've run out of time to talk. I tried to get us far out of the town center as I could. Now we just have to hope they don't find us. We're here.
Of According to our scouts, we'll be facing another medium-sized force. The plan is to hit them with a full volley of our archers' noble phantasms while the riders flank them on both sides. The sabers and lancers will keep them pinned down in the center and attack while the riders have them confused. Make sure you all have your noble phantasms ready to go when you need them. Yes, make sure you've all juiced yourself up. Make sure that everybody has sufficiently gathered up sea stars. Make sure you're good to go. If you've got some useful skills, go ahead and pop those off now so that the cooldown can initiate. Let's do this.
Can't believe it. We really are all servants.
What do you think their true names are? Fuck if we can tell from here.
No clue, but they're all from different eras and countries. That much is clear. So how the hell are they operating as a single army? Damn it, I can't believe it. What the hell kind of singularity is this? For that matter, how can there be this many servants, ley lines, even holy grails can only summon so many? They all be rogue servants?
Kind without mashtarge?
Yeah. You must have run into several of them across all the singularities and lost belts you've been to.
His voice is starting to really wear down on my throat. I might have to change up his voice here.
Maybe I'll do,
You know what? Again, I'll just thug it out. I'll just thug my way through it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't feel fatigue, none whatsoever. But I am gonna drink some water for a second.
Okay. I'm talking about servants that are exceptions to the rule. The kind summoned from their ties to a land or a holy grail. Remember Beowulf in the Russian Lost Belt? He was a rogue servant. But even if that explains how they got here, it doesn't explain how there could be so damn many of them.
I mean, there's 200 servants right here between these two armies alone.
No wonder the town didn't survive.
We might not be safe even out here then.
Hopefully I picked a spot far enough from the battlefield. At least they're not actively looking for us. So screw it. At this point, que sera sera.
You sure you're not just giving up?
Maybe a little. Sorry. I'll try to remember that we've got a common interest now and act like it. Looks like they're about to get started.
Archers at the ready! Where the fuck are we? What?
Alright, those are berserkers.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Hold. Hold. Now, command spell loaded. Activate noble phantasms. First phantom spirit levels, then heroic spirit levels. Command spell loaded. Activate noble phantasms. Lightning longbow. Do they all have the same noble phantasm?
That's so silly.
What? Damn. Archers to the rear! Hurry! We inflicted minimal losses. Damn, they must have heroic spirit level casters buffing them. Alright everyone, this is it! Hold your ground!
Kind of like they made servant card logos into servants. Kind of, actually, yeah. Heroic spirit level.
Keep your damn voice down. I wonder what he meant by that too.
Good shit! Can't hold much longer! Keep shooting, buy as much time as you can. They're taking massive casualties. Riders, are you still not ready? We just arrived at the designated coordinates. We'll charge them right now. What the? What is it? A squad of assassins just ambushed our right flank. It's going to take some time to regroup. Left flank here. We can't get through their caster's bounded field. We'll need time to regroup too. Our charge won't be nearly as effective if we don't coordinate it. Damn it, I'll never be able to face Lady Creamhild like this. I'm just gonna call her Cream-filled. That's all I keep wanting to say when I read her name.
Cream-filled.
Isn't Creamhild?
Yeah, I know about her too. She's a hero. No, a legendary figure. These guys are completely on the defensive. What changed?
Urgent news! The Constantinos army from the reinstatement realm is in disarray.
Now where are we?
Hello? Oh, it's you. That's right. That's what I like to see. All right, let's swoop in and take the spoils for ourselves. Maybe we should wait a little longer, like right until they're about to be defeated. No, let's not. The Revenge Realm's already been hit pretty hard. We need to at least get some good licks in with the Reinstatement Realm too. Now, let's go! That's it! Keep it up! We've almost got Creamfield's army wiped out! I have an urgent message. Charles the Great's army from the Righteous Realm has joined the fray. They've struck our rear guard from behind and sowed confusion among our ranks. Struck our rear guard from behind and sowed. Damn it, not again! They've got Roland from the Legend of Charlemagne leading them. They're mowing down our rear guard like grass. Retreat, fall back to the Reinstatement Realm. There's no way we can win a fight on two fronts. Assassins use their smokescreens. Archers lay down cover fire to buy us time. Keep firing, longbows, crossbows, guns, whatever you've got. Don't stop except to reload.
Creamhilda's story is kind of crazy. Single woman went on to kill a good number of royalty to avenge her husband. Fucking metal, let's go. So she's essentially the Punisher. Nice. Even married Attila the Hun for support. What? Creamfilled and Altera hooked up? Let's go. Constantinos' servants are in retreat. It's time we followed suit. Casters, hold position until the riders catch up with us. Then I want you to alter the topography and cut off any would-be pursuers. Understood. Do it, you coward. Mutate.
Creamfield's casters have transformed our surroundings into a swampland, Lord Roland. We could have our casters freeze the swamp and go after them. But I think that's enough. Both sides suffered heavy losses, and we got in a few good shots at the Reinstatement Realm soldiers too. The forces of Charles the Great's righteous realm are the only ones walking away unscathed.
Goddamn, I keep on losing the Elvis and just keep slipping into a generic Southern accent. It'd be like a
oh yeah, I'm just a hunk of burning love. I'm just a hunk of burning love. Like, help, police! There's a handsome man in my house. Oh wait, never mind. It's just me. Now let's cheer our victory.
yay.
Yay. Being naked rocks. Excuse me? Yay. Okay.
Did he really just say that?
Shut up. Look, I want to say something too, but this isn't the time.
Huh?
Nani?
Must have been imagining it. Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind between my bare thighs. All right, troops, retreat. Tonight we're going nude till morning. Nude? Excuse me? Wait. Hey, you know what? If you can loop Astolfo into it, I'm down.
It's all right, Mr. Relly, Mr. Zemlupus. You can come out now. Phew, that was a close one.
They never even came our way. I'm afraid you two were just unlucky.
Unfortunately, that also means we couldn't overhear anything. Most of the town may be destroyed, but a few buildings are intact. Let's find one such building and review what we've learned.
Ooh-wee boy. Oh, is that the end? Okay. I'm assuming this this one little segment is probably going to take longer than 10 minutes to finish out. But you know what? Since it's just a single node, let's go ahead and try and do it real quickly. This is probably going to add an extra like 25 minutes onto the stream, but it's fine. It's fine. Ugh.
Now then, well, I could certainly do with a spot of tea. Bars pretty much only have booze, so I don't see that happening right now.
Though I do enjoy a good glass of red wine, I don't think I could do so in this rundown tavern. I'm afraid my drink will have to wait till another time.
Alright, you two, tell us everything you saw. Even the smallest detail could be of great importance.
Well, they're all going naked soon, so there's that.
I see. Armies comprised entirely of servants, huh?
I've dreamed of such fantastic sights before, but I never thought I would actually see such a thing for myself.
We've seen edge cases where multiple servants were involved, like the final singularity, but that's exceedingly rare.
Indeed. Even putting aside the importance of that battle as the crossroads for humanity's survival, it was nothing less than a miracle. But there's never been anything else close to a large-scale servant versus servant warfare we just witnessed. Fascinating, truly fascinating. I only got a quick look, but I saw they had longbow archers from around the 100 Years' War. There were also some samurai-looking warriors. Going from their armor, I'd guess they were generals from Japan's Warring States period. Some of the archers used matchlocks. Other servants looked like cowboys straight out of the Old West. I couldn't get a good look at the casters, though. They either had their faces covered or were using some kind of perception blocking. So these armies consist of all 7 classes from a wide range of cultures and regions, Probably. Aside from that, I also heard them say something about heroic spirit levels and phantom spirit levels. That must be referring to their spirit origin ranks. With more than 200 servants in total, it's understandable that not all of them would be heroes of great renown. Given what you'd told us, Kadok, it would seem these servants are not heroes who took part in famous battles, but little-known humans who would normally never be summoned as servants.
Maybe so, but they're still servants.
I see. Why did you go out of your way to confirm that, Holmes? That? Because there's a great difference between a demonic beast as strong as a servant and an actual servant. It's far from pithy, but it's more accurate to define a servant as a heroic spirit of the master. Though, of course, that definition can be applied quite broadly. For example, under this definition, we could say that the land itself serves as a rogue servant's temporary master. But I digress. My point is, no matter how weak or strong a heroic spirit may be, as a rule, they cannot exist as a servant without a master. Then what's the story with those servants? That is the question, no? Who could their master be? Or does they exist in some manner of exception to the rule, which is permitting them to exist without a master? So it's still too early to say, huh? I'm afraid so. I still need to dig a bit deeper. They also said something about revenge, reinstatement, and righteous. Indeed, that all sounds very important as well. Perhaps just as important as how those servants came to exist.
The Revenge Realm, the Reinstatement Realm, and the Righteous Realm. These names no doubt reflect each faction's particular bent, and there are other things we can presume based on the different names you heard. Creamfield of the Revenge Realm. I believe we can confidently say she is the Creamfield of the legends about Siegfried. She is most likely a saber or a berserker, though we cannot rule out Avenger. The fact that she has formed an army of heroic spirits means that she is either highly intelligent herself, or has an intelligent second in command. Konstantinos and the Reinstatement Realm. There have been rather few men named Konstantinos in recorded history, but I suspect we are dealing with the 11th. Konstantinos the 11th is said to be the last emperor of the Byzantine Empire. I must say, I find the choice of Reinstatement for his faction's name intriguing. How can we leave that for another time? And finally, Charles the Great of the Righteous Realm. Now that is quite the name indeed. If we truly are talking about the Charles the Great, then I would say his victory in this war is a foregone conclusion. I'm inclined to agree. Neither Creamfield nor Konstantinos can even begin to compare to him. Nod and continue listening. However, some things don't quite add up for me. For example, the Righteous Realm's manner of fighting. What do you mean? You told us that the Righteous Realm looked back and let the other two sides exhaust each other before swooping in, and that they even chose to leave the battle shortly afterwards, so as not to exhaust their own soldiers. What do you make of their tactics, Count Vlad? Inarguably effective, however.
Go on!
This was a clash between two medium-sized forces, and a fairly one-sided one at that. Had the Righteous Realm's army chosen their timing more carefully, they could have decimated both other armies. If I had been leading the charge, I would have waited until the other sides were a bit more entrenched. You said that the Reinstatement Realm's army is hitting the Revenge Realm with full force to deny them an opportunity to surround them in a pincer movement, in which case the Righteous Realm's forces should have easily been able to obliterate the exhaust Reinstatement Realms. Even if the Reinstatement factions had chosen to ignore the Revenge Realm in favor of fighting back against Righteous, they were too far into enemy territory to mount a successful defense. By that point, the Righteous Realm's archers and casters could inflict significant damage on the Reinstatement forces without even bothering to aim. So from everything you've told us, it would seem the Righteous forces' timing was slapdash at best. Holy yap, Batman!
What if that timing was a deliberate choice?
Is that what you think?
I don't know. But if we assume that it was, I can think of several possible explanations. That said, I can't speak with certainty on any of them at this point.
Yeah. Okay, I see where this is going.
Now is not the time. It seems I've been beaten to the punch. Now then, as for their objective, rogue servants summoned by the Holy Grail powering a given singularity have generally worked in service of humanity. That, at least, has been what we have seen thus far. Most of the heroic spirits summoned in rituals such as the Holy Grail War have been on humanity's side as well. But of course, heroic spirits come in all shapes and sizes, in multiple senses of the word. In addition, when they have a master, their master's personality affects their own. Both the ineffable nobility of heroes and the naked cruelty of monsters reflect that person's true nature and are recorded as such.
Is there like a point to you just repeatedly telling us all shit we already know, Holmes? This is going somewhere, right?
Ha 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 ha, my apologies. What I meant to say is the present state of affairs would normally be unthinkable. Hundreds of servants forming armies and acting in concert regardless of whether they are good or evil. What's more, they seem to have set aside any regional, national, cultural, and ideological differences they do so.
In one sense, that sounds like a perfect world, but the fact that their unity is in service of a war between their three kingdoms, or perhaps realms is a better word, is anything but cause for celebration.
Where's that leave us? Are these guys our allies, or should we be treating them as enemies? Maybe we can form a temporary alliance like you guys did with me.
I certainly hope at least one of these realms is on our side. We must be exceedingly cautious in our approach, though. Never before have we faced anything like an organized army of servants.
There's only one so much both Holmes and I can accomplish on our own. The force we saw earlier would almost certainly have been destroyed in battle against any of the realms.
No matter how you slice it, the sheer numbers are too much. And on top of that, they also have their noble phantasms.
Prepare yourself, master. We have enemies here.
What? Huh? Enemies?
What's good? I'll be taking that head now. I'm afraid not. Gah! Assassins!
Enemy servants detected! I'm so sorry I didn't notice sooner, Master!
Damn, they're using presence concealment. No wonder they got the jump on us.
How did Vlad III notice them then? Oh right, he must be sensitive to the smell of blood.
Worry not, we can take them. Are you ready, master? Let's do it to it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand over here. No reason for me to get in all that.
By all means. I assume you're here to track down stragglers. I don't expect you'll answer, but I may as well ask. What realm are you from? As I thought. Well, it matters not. The fact remains you are my enemy. So I will show you no mercy. Come, let me show you how sharp my mournful stakes truly are.
Mournful stakes. I got a mournful stake for you, pants grab. What an assassin. I'm gonna take your head now while not actually doing it. I know, right? More forced formations. Okay. Hold. So we need casters. Let's see. I'm gonna grab. Yes, sir. And yes, sir. And then so bad. It's never going to be bad. I fucking hate it here, man. Go with this one. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take your head now. It's it reeks big of Sokka's sneak attack. Yeah.
Okay.
Why is it taking so why is the loading actually garbage now, man? Jeez. Oh yeah? Yeah, you think so? Well, I think not. Okay. Alright, and then what if I do this? And then let's see. What if I do this? And then this, and then this. Yes, sir. Ash Brave Chain, let's go. Sheesh. That barely did anything, but let's go. Boom. Oh no. You guys kind of suck. Oh, you're gonna get constant bullshit, huh? Alrighty then, why not? Let's see. Oh, they got their MPs sealed. Nice, I like that. Apply guts, and increase MP gain for your stuff. Sure, why not? Okay. Wham. Whoop. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, you like to see it. Okay, and then now, let's see. Deal significant damage to a single enemy. Okay. Alright, Vlad. Make something happen here, bucko. He released venom from inside of him. Damn. Okay. Nice. Where have all the ash cards gone, and where are all the gods? Where's my servant Hercules? Oh, he's sitting at the bottom of my lineup pile, 'cause I never bothered leveling him, and I don't really care to. Because at this point in the game, I've got way more berserkers than I really know what to do with. I need a servant. I'm holding out for a servant till the morning light. He's gotta be a 5-star, and he's gotta be hot, and he's gotta get into my account. Nice. Sweet. Vlad is surprisingly one of the best standard berserkers. He has 2 guts and his MP was buffed twice. Why? Why the devs love Vlad so much? You gotta ask, why? What is this Vlad the Impaler propaganda? Gah! That power, that command spell, you're our enemy. Well, not anymore, cause you dead. It's over. I would say that was all too easy, but several things about them give me pause. Can you analyze that combat data for us, Da Vinci? Da Vinci? And, hear me? Aw, man. Here we go. Caldia comms going down again. Ain't that just so predictable? What was that? I can't hear you over all this static.
I'm sorry, Master. A huge burst of static interference broke out when your battle began. We weren't able to collect any data on it, let alone offer advice.
Is that like what happened in Fairy Britain? No, I don't believe it is. It's similar to be sure, but it feels slightly yet significantly different. Slightly yet significantly? Thanks for narrowing it down for us there, Holmes. Fairy Britain rejected the very idea of proper human history and, by extension, electronic devices that came from it. This was just ordinary interference. A great deal of it, to be sure, but nothing that will hinder our equipment's core functionality. So we should assume there are different mechanisms at work here than there were in Fairy Britain.
Look at you, the big shot detective, huh?
Why, yes, I am. A consulting detective, to be precise.
Getting back to the battle we just fought, tell me, Master, or even Kadak Zemlupis, did you notice anything strange?
They had command spells.
Yeah. They were outfitted with command spells just like we are. Though unlike normal command spells, they were only meant for support, just like the Master of Chaldea's. They had just enough magical energy to let them use their noble phantasm at a moment's notice.
So then who gave them those command spells?
That is indeed the question. If it was a master, then we can be sure that master is no ordinary human.
We know these servants used their command spells to repeatedly in that earlier battle, as well as the one we just fought. Clearly, they were not bound by a 3-use limit, nor did they use any signs of them using a magical reactor or something similar to recharge them. And not even the most talented mage could create something like inexhaustible command spells.
Yeah, not even Krishtaria could have pulled something like that off. And even if another mage of the same rank were alive and well here, it'd be just as impossible for them too.
Then where did their command spells come from?
Looked like they came from the sky. The sky, Alright, let's avoid drawing any conclusions for the time being. We still have far too little information to work with for that. We did learn one thing for certain here. They see us as their enemy, which means it is extremely unlikely they will be amenable to joining our side.
Then what should we do now?
So it was dealing less damage than it should. I see. Wait. Vlad gets extra love because of one of the game release events. He had issues, his MP was bugged, so his MP was dealing damage as if it was AoE instead of single target. Really? That's so goofy. Holy shit.
Good question. As I see it, the obvious answer would be to look for a servant willing to help us and a local who can tell us more about this place. I'd say we need at least one of those two if we're going to make any headway. What do you think, Holmes?
That would seem much easier said than done, I'm afraid. First of all, I expect it will be fiendishly difficult to track down a servant who would be willing to help us, seeing as apparently all other servants here are engaged in warfare against each other on clearly defined sides. I have little reason to believe we will have much luck with the locals either.
Why's that?
Take a look at the remains of this town. Why was it built in the first place? I suspect the answer is simple: to provide a battlefield on which the factions may kill one another. Naturally, this being America, I'm sure there were local people here at one point, but they were most likely either collateral damage in the conflict or simply fled the area entirely. Regardless, we can safely assume we will find not a single local here. So of the two options, our only viable one is to somehow find a servant whose interests align with ours.
I'll admit this choice may seem unseemly, but what if we were to torture and keep a captured servant for information?
Torture is a notoriously unreliable means of gathering information, so it would very much prefer we kept things as peaceful as possible.
If you say so.
What's that?
Master, it's the special alert!
Special alert?
What is that? What are you talking about?
Oh right, sorry Kaduk, we totally forgot to tell you about this. It's an alert we came up with for a very particular breed of servant based on all our combat data to date. It looks like all that time Muramasa in particular spent accompanying us has paid off in spades.
You don't mean...
I'm afraid it's just as you fear, Kaduk. Da Vinci is referring to the disciples of the foreign god. With Limbo and Muramasa gone, that just leaves Grigori Rasputin, or Kotomin Kire, as the case may be. But why would he show up here and now?
What is this? Something telling me that's not the case. But Rasputin is the only disciple left. No, wait, don't tell me.
I do indeed sense another servant here. Show yourself, disciple of the foreign god.
It would seem I'm being called out. I suppose I had best oblige.
Nani? That's not Rasputin.
Umstead? Oh, Moriarty. Why does he look like that?
You.
Delighted to meet you, Holmes. Ah, but at this tender age, I ought to address my elders more appropriately. Mr. Holmes. Oh, snap. You gotta be kidding me! Ah, so you've met me before then. That will save us some time. For those of you who don't know, my name is James Moriarty. I am a mathematician, a consultant, and just as you suspected, a foreign disciple. Of course you are. You fuckwit. God dang it, Jimmy. Why you gotta be like that? Alrighty. Well, with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there for the evening. Alright, we are officially on the traumatic train. Let's go. So, yeah. This is gonna be our Saturdays for the time being. I don't know how long is this one, cause Tunguska kind of went by pretty quickly. Is this as short as Tunguska? Cause it's feeling like it's gonna be a lot longer. Now you've met everyone from the cast. It's a way bigger cast, that's for sure, than Tunguska. So yeah, that's another reason why I feel like it's gonna be a lot longer. But hopefully it's not crazy long, because yeah, I would like to eventually finally make it to the next Lost Belt. So hopefully we'll be able to get through this with relative ease, but only time will tell. But alright guys, we'll go ahead and call it there for the evening. I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. So tomorrow, I think we're actually going to go ahead and play Genshin, because there is an event going on. I don't know what it's about. It seems to involve some Fontaine characters showing up in Nodcry, so that should be interesting. So we'll see what that's all about tomorrow. So if you want to know when that'll be happening, go ahead and follow my Blue Sky, subscribe or follow, and you'll know when we go live. But for tonight, that's going to go ahead and do it for me. You doing the Yehoda event? It's a Yehoda event? Oh, fuck yeah, bud. Let's go. We're definitely doing it then. So yeah, that'll be happening tomorrow. So do the doobly-doos, and you'll be able to see it. But for tonight, that's gonna go ahead and do it for me. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. And with any luck, I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.